So there's a lot of wins and losses when it comes to owning a business, and most people focus on the wins, right? That's what gets them into it, is the wins, but it's the losses that are way more plentiful. It's the stress and the downsides that are way more plentiful. The wins come to and far between, and eventually you hope, and some of the wins are bigger than a bunch of losses, right? And makes up for them. But the stresses, that is probably a reason why I don't suggest opening a business or being an entrepreneur for just about anybody. I think it's better to have a stable job and a stable life. To be able to blame it all on your boss. I seen you guys on Facebook, like always complain, and the boss is on your Facebook. It's just cringe. Like always complaining about work. It's Monday. I hate my job. It's whatever. It's like, I'm a boss. I have people who work for me. I can't even imagine seeing them. Like, that's just cringe. Like, but then some of your jobs, I get it. Like, so being an entrepreneur, I think personally, truly think that it's a DNA thing. Um, if you have a side job or a side gig, like that's not entrepreneur. Like I'm talking about, there's no other option. I don't know. I think I would just get rid of my life. I would end it if there was another option. Like I never once had a real job. I never once had a boss. I don't. When I was 18, I graduated. I started training. I opened up a gym. I was paying rent in other people's gyms. Like I'm always working for myself, for better, for worse. And let me tell you, for worse, there's no one to blame but me. There's no one to share the perspective or stresses with. There's a lot of things that you're going to go through that nobody will understand, and there's a lot of things you'll need advice for, especially if you're a true entrepreneur and you're starting something from scratch. It's not a franchise for me. Like nobody's telling me how to do this. Like nobody's telling me how to come up with extra money. Nobody told me that the day before rent comes out, all of my rent money would be taken out of my account, and this account's frozen, and this bill just came out of nowhere, and this thing broke, and you have to come up with thousands of dollars in the next day. How do you do that? And if you don't have that spirit, or I truly believe it's DNA, these are the things that'll break you and make it's not so fun. It's not so fun. Like I don't do it because it's fun or because I love it. You end up doing it and loving it, but you do it because this is who I am. Like there's no other option. So when it comes to at least the gym business or just being a true entrepreneur in and of itself, I know a lot of entrepreneurs. Here's one way to get away with all this: having a spouse who can float you. Right now, you're just living a dream, trying to cultivate a dream. But what if there is nobody what if there is nobody to catch you? Like, what if there's nobody to float you? What if when I don't make it this month, it's all over? I've been doing it for 10 years, but this very next week of my life will ruin all 10 years if I don't do it right. You're not ready for that kind of pressure. What if your long-term relationship ends on that week and you don't have time to deal with the depression and all that? Like you have to, like, and then I'm a front facing business. I'm the service provider and I'm a gym business. So I have to show up and give you a smile. I got to make sure you're having fun. I got to make sure I'm dealing with your stresses and hearing about your complaints, where it's just like a therapy session for a lot of people, right? That's what the gym is for a lot of people. So I get to take on your stresses. I get to take on your complaints on how your 6 hour day was so long. And it's just like I'm rubbing my eyes, depressed out of my mind with all these bills in my mind. You learn some tricks. You learn some like you learn some caffeine. You learn some ways to compartmentalize or fake it or break it. Like it's you fake it or you break it. Making it happens later. But these are just some perspectives that I wanted to give you when it comes to being an entrepreneur, opening up a business. Like, damn, it's not all sunshine or rainbows, is it, huh? But I don't think that'll scare anyone away. Like people look at the money and like the glamour of not working for someone else, and that's not enough to, like, those things are not enough to get you through what you're going to go through. You need a spouse to float you, or you really do have to have it in your DNA. Like you got to be willing to, like, are you going to collect cans and raise $200 to make ends meet? Are you going to sell those things that you love? Like, are you going to give up your free time and work extra hours? My schedule that was killing me a month ago, I laugh at that schedule now. I'm like, I will double my hours. I will do whatever it takes. I will not sleep. I'll double my caffeine. I'll sell my personal belongings. That's what entrepreneurship is. That's what business is. It's not a franchise. You don't have anyone to float you. Like, if you're really all about it and you're in the mud, you're doing it, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's just a word of caution. There's a whole nother video I can make of all the great things. All the great things. But I think it's very important to help you avoid some of this pain by making you aware to it. Delicious.